Have you ever heard that take two is always better? Trying to get caught up here. And for those of you that have been listening to the show lately, right before SHOT Show, what's happening on the show changed radically. I mean, in ways that will become more apparent as the year goes on. But let me take you back a minute. In the early days of the show, when it was just a podcast, webcast, which there's nothing wrong with it being that way, but it's something else now. But when it was nothing, when I had barely put anything out, I wasn't even uploading the podcast yet to an RSS feed. I hadn't found one. I was responsible for monetizing it or starving. So I would reach out to people, and one of the people I reached out to was this company, this new company that was making some headway out there because, one, it was really good stuff, and two, it was really easy, it's inexpensive, so it was easy for people to get into it. That company was Ar500Armor.com when they were brand spanking new. I made a phone call, and this kid answers the phone. He sounded like a kid anyway to me. And his name was Tyler, and we talked for a minute, and he said yes. Now, mind you, I got into radio at a very advanced stage for most people. I didn't start till I was 49 years old. And a lot of people thought I was sort of nutty for doing that late in life, starting a new career. And apparently, Tyler, when he said yes, that sort of showed me he might be equally as nutty. So that worked pretty well. And like all business relationships, sometimes they end. The show continued to evolve, as did Ar500 Armor, where I was barely doing anything out of a closet in the beginning. Ar500 Armor, I get this picture of them doing a lot of stuff out of maybe a warehouse, a little warehouse, or a garage or something. And now they are a gigantic company. They have really moved up. They are fully in the mainstream of body armor and the plate carriers that comes with them. And they're designing their own. They have decided to get out there and not just market other people's stuff. That means they're actually going out and designing things like the Tetsudo 2, which is my plate carrier of choice, although I haven't tried the Valkyrie yet. So here we are today. Last year, Ar500 Armor came back. They're the only sponsor I've ever had that we didn't part, with any sort of anger or anything. It just ended the first time around. They're the first ones to ever come back. And, of course, I was bigger. They're bigger. Apparently, though, whatever I was doing was working well enough for them to where they have decided to really roll the big dice, and now they're the title sponsor. And now the radio studio is the Ar500 Armor Radio Studio. So this SHOT Show was the first chance I ever got to meet any of them. So I go there, and first up, we have this young lady named Kim, and she is a specialist in the product, so she's going to talk about the two latest plates that they've had come out, which puts them completely out there with everybody. They can compete with anybody out there now, and they're coming in at sometimes a third of the price. Sometimes you can buy the entire kit, the plate carrier, the pouches, and the plates for less than other people's plate carriers. So let's let Kim tell you about these two new plates they've had come out. And then I'm going to introduce you to that lunatic, Tyler, who is still there. He is the founder of the company. And I got to meet him, and I got to thank him. And I can't really articulate to you what this is going to do for the show because I'm not even sure. But it's going to be big. So heartfelt thank you to Ar500Armor.com, Tyler, everybody there, Kim, Zach, all of you. All of you. Thank you very much. Let's hear about these plates.
All right.
Take it away, Kim. All right, right here on this floor of SHOT Show 2018 with Ar500 Armor. And they've got two new plates, which firmly puts you with everybody that's out there. So let's talk about, this is the plate that floats. All the other details Kim is going to tell you, so please.
Positive Wincy. This is a level 3 polyethylene plate. It's NIJ 010106 certified and 3.3 pounds. So light,
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
A lot better than what people are using. So give that a try. Hold on to that. So it's a little bit thicker. We've got great pricing on this right now. Some of the most competitive pricing in the industry on this. So we've got these in stock and ready to ship.
Isn't that about maybe a third of what everybody else is doing?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
So ultra lightweight, that's the fantastic thing about the level 3 plate.
Okay.
And then this is our level 4. So this is a ceramic composite plate. So we've got almost 8 pounds on this per plate.
But it's a level 4.
Absolutely.
But that's not bad. 8 pounds is not bad.
Right, so this is going to stop your lead through rifle rounds and multi-shot, and then this one right here is going to stop you up to your 30-06 M2 AP.
So this is level 4 and it weighs 8 pounds because my first Ar500 Armor plates, which were level 3 plus, weighed 14 pounds each. So
We've come a long way.
yes, you have. So these are both available now.
Absolutely.
Ar500armor.com. This epic, this more epic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here I am, SHOT Show 2018, here in the Ar500 Armor booth. Many moons ago, I made a phone call when I had a podcast that was downloaded 21 times a month. I made a phone call to a lunatic named Tyler. And being the lunatic that he was, he answered the phone and I said, listen, I'm a new gun show podcast. I'd really like for you to sponsor my show. And proving his lunacy, he said yes. Segue 6 years later, because of that kind of faith that these partners would put in with me, that allowed me to go a little further and a little further. Now I have 30 affiliates throughout the United States. I get 17 million impressions a week. And as of this particular moment, Lock and Load is broadcasting out of the Ar500 Armor radio studios because they are the title sponsor. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. So from here on out, I'm not going to say we're going to be like, we're not going to be conjoined or anything, but join the Armored Republic. Ar500armor.com. Yes, sir.